Stephen Lathrop with Lathrop and Sons Boot Company, and in this video we will discuss with you the importance of our boot uppers. Lathrop and Sons took our clinical understanding of the human foot and how that foot is subjected to stress and strains in the mountain hunting environment to develop an upper with internal components and padding to actually offload the foot, make it much more comfortable in those environments, and make you as efficient as you can possibly be. All of our boots have a very unique lacing system, extremely firm heel counters, anatomically fitted primary padding around the ankle and the Achilles tendon. These techniques and this padding were actually developed in the wound care orthopedic casting scenarios to make a rigid cast feel comfortable. Well, a true mountain hunting boot's extremely rigid. And if you don't have these primary paddings designed and fitted correctly around the foot, you are going to be prone to hot spots, fatigue in the lower extremities. So it's very important to have that professionally designed and fitted. The lacing system on every mountain hunter boot features ball bearing hardware, which will independently articulate almost like the fingers on my hand to accommodate the top of the forefoot. This can sometimes be a peak pressure area that can cause discomfort out into the toes and the top of the foot. Additionally, this lacing system, because of its ability to customize to the foot, truly snugs you back into this primary padding, which we discussed in the Achilles tendon area, making that heel feel as if it's almost floating in the back of the heel counter, which definitely offloads the back of the heel bone, reducing risk under loads when climbing that could often cause hot spots or severe blistering. The upper on the Mountain Hunter boot has been cut generously to allow for accommodation to the top of the foot. Whether you have a low volume fitting foot or a wider foot, it can be expanded. So this lacing system and that opening is very universal, and that's across the board with all of our boots, whether it's the Encompass, the Elite, or the Mountain Hunter. The rubber rand which we apply to our boots is truly there for a reason. It's not just there to prevent rocks from scarring up the leather. Yes, it does help with that. We use a thick, heat moldable rand, which does a couple different things. It creates stability to the sidewall of the boot. When a person's in a side hilling situation with a heavy load, it truly prevents the foot from shifting laterally, which is the side of the boot, off, which could injure you and also fatigue your lower extremity. The second thing that it does for you is it allows us to come in, if you were going through one of our custom boot system processes, to warm that area and actually mold that to accommodate the forefoot. The artisans that build these boots for us go in and they actually tape this area off. It's all sanded and abraded, and every one of these rands are pieced in and laid by hand. It's a very, very labor-intensive process, but it's something that must be done in order for you to have a reliable boot. The Encompass boot, by name, is a more universal boot. Therefore, you'll notice that the rand on the rear foot of the boot and the toe of the boot is slightly thinner and lighter. It doesn't come all the way around the boot because this boot was not intended to be packing heavy loads. It could handle a 70 to 80 pound load, but you definitely wouldn't want to utilize this boot in sheep country. All Lathrop and Sons boot have a seam sealed E-vent membrane. You can see right here in our cutaway, this gray is the waterproof bootie and where it is stitched in. All Lathrop and Sons boots have this bootie. This booty is 100% leak tested prior to assembly, and during the manufacture process, there's a series of boots that are pulled out systematically and additionally leak tested for a 4-hour period of time to ensure waterproofness. For additional information, give us a call, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our social media platforms, and we appreciate you tuning in.